There we go. Are all set up? And I am ready, both physically and mentally, to finish Devil May Cry 4 and be fully caught up in the Devil May Cry franchise in time for Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry.
Now, my understanding is there's about 20 chapters in this game. We're on 16, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5 chapters left. Should be able to do it in one night. This is going to end up being some impromptu, like, 3.5-hour fiasco when everything goes to hell. Oh, I forgot to check the... Oh, whatever.
Oh, great. As if I didn't have enough obstacles already.
Oh, this is going to be a timed mission, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's boogie. Yeah, screw it. I don't need that. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to get that. Let's deal with these bullshit sewer sharks again. Oh, right. I have this thing on now. I don't know what to do with that. So, I'm gonna stop using that. Okay, so guns, not super useful here. Oh, oh. Whoa. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what the game wants me to do to fight these things. There we go. That seems rude. This seems very unreliable because of how slow it is to target. Oh my god. Oh boy. No, like, it's not a good idea to use a slow weapon on them, but, like, so far it's the only thing I've managed to hit them with that gets them out of the ground. So, you know. This just kind of sucks in general. Like, fucking look at this bullshit. I swear to God, every time I start Devil May Cry 4, it immediately opens with just, like, the fucking worst shit in the game. This is just it. I'm just gonna fucking die because I can't kill this one enemy. Oh, I found the secret. It's a gunslinger. Okay, plenty of health drops. We're gonna get back up to full. What? How close do I need to run to that thing to pick it up? Are you fucking serious? No. I think he bullshits his way through this. I think that's the joke here. Yeah. Gunslinger's still pretty handy. Not what I wanted. I still need to take time to figure out what the hell that gun does. Which I forgot to look up after the last stream. We're just gonna Devil May Cry 2 this. I'm sorry. That's how we're getting through this. There we go. Alright. I forgot to look up... Sorry, you can't see this, but I just, like, as soon as I saw, like, all this show up on screen, like, I'm just sitting here staring at the screen with my eyes wide open, just like, huh? After executing hatred, press spin and I oh boy, oh boy. Ah, jeez. What else do I got? I gotta upgrade Gunslinger. Let's do that. Then let me... look at actually what I have for Gunslingers. Let's see. Yeah, I do that. I've done that. Interesting. Fire bullets slightly faster, I suppose. Yeah, I do that. I mean, that's just the air version of that. That's just a backward shotgun. So here's the Gunslinger. I have a shotgun stinger now. Hell yeah. I want to try that. Alright. So I probably wasn't shooting any missiles with that because I guess I didn't have any disaster gauge, but I didn't even notice I had like another gauge. Pandora seems like a lot of work. I'll worry about the Pandora when I'm not in an area that is filled with fart gas and killing me every second. Oh, okay, yeah, I see the disaster gauge. Thank you for pointing that out. Really? Not the most exciting strategy, I am afraid. But I mean, flying enemies, what are you gonna do? I keep accidentally doing the air version of the gunslinger move. Ah, screw it. Let's try this bullshit out. Handy when they stand still. Yeah, I should have been doing that. Hey, we're out of the fart zone. That was just the extend the bridge way back when. Gotta get my orbs. Oh wait, okay, no, I was gonna say, now that I'm back out in an area with no fart gas, I should learn Pandora a little bit, but we're back in the fart zone, so I got things to do. My apologies. No. Oops. I thought I still had a Swordmaster. Trying to mix in a little bit of all the styles that aren't Royal Guard, because I don't think I would be any good at it. Disoriented. Where am I? Want to go? Or is this where I came from? This is not where I came from. We're good. I got confused. Is like, I'm supposed to be going backwards through these levels, but right now I'm kinda going the same route Nero did. Extremely rude. Boy, Pandora, you're killing me. You're crushing my balls. Interesting. That guy has a Revy sword. thought I saw like a blue orb fragment for a hot sec. It is no longer painful to breathe. Alright. Let's see. Let's get to a place where the camera agrees with me, and then I'll take a brief look at the Pandora, just so I don't... Oh, Lord. Just so I don't stand there like an idiot when I accidentally pull it out. Alright. Here's good. Alright, so let's take a very brief look at guns. Pandora. What do I have? I have 2 abilities. Both of these fill the disaster gauge. Then... do it in the air to spend disaster. Boomerang. And that. Okay. But supposedly, I do have a little bit of disaster. I'm just gonna... That's... I don't have Gunslinger equipped. That's why. Thing. So if I hold the button, it stays out. That's a nice little snap at the end there. Hold on, I want to see that again. Nice. Okay, so try to use this more often than not. This is fine, just very slow. Try not to use the air form because, I mean, come on. Oh, that's how you shoot missiles with it. There we go. And then boomerang and this. Alright. Yeah, I can give it a shot next time I'm in combat against some chump change. Hold on, can I get on top of this? There's been like orbs leading up here the whole time, but I've like not been able to actually jump up that high, like ever. And it bothers me. Is Dante holding out his arms for like a hug from a puppy?
All right, come on.
Oh, hello. Hey, you don't build a lot of disaster gauge with this thing. Just gonna throw that out there. Interesting, okay. Wow, the fucking wind down after that is pretty excessive. Nope, not that way. I did hear you could get a very, very expensive version of Devil May Cry 5. You can also get one that has Nero's jacket and one that has V's jacket. For $9,000, I hope it just comes with Dante. Yeah. I don't know. Kamiya tweeted out about like what Dante's allowance is. I'm pretty sure for $9,000, you could just own Dante for a while. What weapons I currently have equipped. Alright. It's a nice little freeze frame of Dante's ass. Yeah, 0% chance in hell I am buying Dante's jacket. 1, $9,000. 2, I mean, come on. As funny as that would be, I'm not walking outside wearing Dante's jacket. I would look like a doofus. Dante could pull it off. I'm not Dante. I am as lame as Dante. I'm not as cool as Dante. There's a difference. You gotta have both of them. I don't think there's like really anything I can buy with the amount of souls and orbs I'm carrying. Time to go fight a new boss.
You don't say. Wish you would have noticed me earlier. Now my coat's all charred.
I feel like I get another gun from this guy. I might be imagining things. Build up the disaster gauge. This does a lot of damage. Hey, he interrupted my combo. That was rude. Not what I wanted. Hey, that's not fair. You shouldn't be able to block that. I built up all that disaster gauge just to have him block my suitcase. Incredibly rude. Anyway, I'm just gonna, like, base tank my way through this boss. I don't think anyone cares. Come on, dude, you got no health. There we go.
You surpass my abilities. How shameful.
You can stay and die, or you can walk your ugly ass back through that gate. It's your call, pal.
I've retreated once and will not do so again.
That's a letdown. I was hoping for a bit more than just a few sparks.
I don't remember this. I mean, this explains why, if you check last stream, I'm pretty sure I said, I think Dante gets like a needler weapon.
We're all satisfied. You are set free. And don't look so big from where I'm standing. Now it's just you and me, Mr. Savior.
Oh no, there's also the Agnes fight. Lucifer! Yeah, I'll check this weapon out. Don't remember it. There is no end to the endless assault of pure carnage. Wait, hold on. Does he have a rose in his mouth? He does. Oh, it goes away. Oh, no, it's back. Hell yeah. You can throw a rose. Sorry, I'm just farting around checking out all the moves on this thing. I can't look at the move list yet for Lucifer from that part. I'll just try this out. I was half right when I said I think you get a gun that's like the Needler. Sack. So, it just falls under swords. Why not? Pin up. While forward on the... Yeah, sure, why not? Not like I'm spending it on Gilgamesh. I'm so bad at Ifrit. I can't Ifrit. Maybe this really weird weapon will be the one that finally clicks with me. So I just had to do that for a little bit. Did I not get that with... What? I feel like that's something I should have gotten with Nero. Oh well. Oh yeah, so let me look at the skills real quick. Not a gun. It's a sword. Mm-hmm. Okay, it does have a pause combo. Has a lot of pause combos. Aerial attack. Okay. What about gun, or not gun, sword master? What you got for me? Oh! Yeah, I'll give this a shot. Also, I think I know what cutscene you're talking about. I had it brought up to me recently. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Pretty sure I know what you're talking about. This is a weird weapon. Not at all what I wanted to do, but that works. Weird weapon. I feel like it doesn't really do a lot of damage. Like, it feels like kinda all you really do is just like mash variations of Y and occasionally press B just to stick out some more needles. Weird weapon. Like, it doesn't have much of an air game either because, like, you don't really have much of a launcher, and then you don't really follow them up even when you do launch them. It's kind of weird. It's more for crowd control. Yeah, I'd believe that. Yeah, Pandora's box is, well, I think it's just called Pandora. Which I'd sort of futzed around with, but, oh, Jesus. I accidentally pulled it out. Not what I wanted. Oh. Thank you for the tip that is useful against those cloak guys. Not the weapon I wanted. God damn it. What? What? What even was that? Oh, extremely rude. No. I was hoping that would phase him into the fucking area I could hit him. Wow, this sucks. There we go. Checking if there's anything up here real quick. Nope. The blue orb has not returned. Somehow did not destroy that jar and all the kerfuffle. There's a lot going on in this game at the end. hate that those guys get a final attack when they die. I feel like this must be like Dante's final combat arena. And I think there's like 2 bosses coming up. Maybe just 1. Because they're really pulling out all the stops in this arena. Bringing back all the favorites. Well, that's not the way. Not that way. Oh. Probably the door straight ahead. That might be. Camera. There we go. No, I was wrong. It was not the final combat. Excuse me, sir, could you, like, fucking come down, please? There we go. Jesus. This isn't what I wanted, but fuck it. It's fun. Have I fought you before? Oh, you're just a big boy. Okay. Please come back down. Thank you. A lot of Dante Must Die chat going on. I will probably not be playing Dante Must Die anytime soon. I don't really think I have anything I can buy. Yeah. Fight a boss.
It was assumption that those demons would prove far inferior in the face of your tactics.
You summon and kill. Summon and kill. I fail to see the logic here. Said it. The price to pay for power?
Humans. They are but stubborn and foolish. It takes a journey to hell for them to accept and praise their god. A fact that tickles Irony's judgment.
And your judgments interest me not. For I am here to reclaim what is rightfully mine.
That is what you seek. And that is why I wait in your power.
You will fumble the opposition of my quest. Though I encourage for an opportunity to battle a being as you is a sweet fortune.
Oh, fucking rude. I've got thoughts about that cutscene that I'll mention when I'm not in the thick of it. I was wondering how much this actually does to bosses. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. No, not these things. This boss seems like a bit of a chump. Not gonna lie.
How can there be such a difference between us?
You surrendered your humanity. It's that simple.
But you are not human. So why am I inferior?
You assume humans are weak. Okay, yeah, their bodies lack the physical ability of a demon. But humans possess something that demons don't.
What? What is it the demons lack? Please, for the sake of my research, Please tell me. No, 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 no. Oh, oh, no, 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 no.
If you're gonna continue your research in the next world,
No, 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 no.
do your homework first.
Remember that time in Devil May Cry 2, Dante had the one cool line? Here's your crown. And then he didn't shoot him in the head. He shot him in, like, the stomach. So close. Okay, so I actually desperately have to use the washroom, so I'll be right back, and then we'll talk a little bit. All right, I've returned. So, very brief thoughts about that cutscene. It's good. I like it. I enjoy it because, like, Devil May Cry has always been, like, well, not always. Devil May Cry is inherently a bit of a silly thing, at least from some of it in 1, but then definitely in 3, and then Dante's attitude here in 4. But, like, maybe it's just because I don't like the story in 4 that much. I don't feel like this game earned that cutscene. It just kind of happens. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I feel like Devil May Cry 3 could have pulled it off more if they had went for it. That's a weird place to end that cutscene. Just right there, as stuff is about to happen.
I know this thing's a major cultural artifact, but it's bad for the community.
If I don't get to use the Yamato, I'll be a bit disappointed. Channeling a bit of his brother there.
You get it back?
That's one sword.
And one to go. Need some company?
I think you better help the others. Try to get them as far away from here as possible.
Got it.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's been a long time since I played Devil May Cry 4. And I basically remember none of it, which is why I'm safe calling this pretty much a blind playthrough, because I forget basically everything. One thing I do remember is thinking that this boss was dog shit. So, we'll see how this goes. We're almost at the point where I literally just rage quit this game. Anything interesting I can buy? I guess I could start... No, let's upgrade Pandora. I was about to jokingly say, I guess I can start upgrading Royal Guard. But... oh boy, let's not get crazy.
You destroyed the Hellgates.
Yeah, it kinda tainted the view. So, you ready to fight now or what?
You traveled this far to fight me.
See, here's the thing, Milestone. I thought the final boss fight of Bayonetta 1 was fun. I enjoyed it.
Besides, I didn't want you to get a creak in your neck for looking down at me.
A lot of people seem to think that boss is bad. And this is just like a really bad version of that.
How about death?
I don't remember what I have to do against this boss. It's like a lot of platforming of some sort.
So, you ready to eat your words?
Do as you wish. Your attempts are futile.
The true form must be inside. Looks like it's up to me to take care of ugly hair.
Also, they really made a mistake by not giving the Savior a giant dingus. 'Cause, I mean, what kind of big statue wouldn't have an enormous wing wang? Interesting. I feel like I need to deflect. No, there's a platform here. Hold on. I'm also like trying to learn how to use Yamato at the same time, which is probably not ideal. I do love Savior's poses though, I will give it that. Okay, yep, this is probably what I want. This is probably not what I want. I'm not sure where to go from here. I guess up, yeah, this way, okay. I guess I should probably just equip Trickster for this. I don't want up on this arm. Unless he doesn't attack with the other arm. Alright, well I guess we'll just find out what fucking happens when I come up this way. Can I not target the one on his fucking chest? That seems bad. Sure, why not? I thought I already destroyed the one on his head, but I guess I could hit it again. No, again, like, does he not attack with it? Whatever. I should just stop assuming he attacks with his other arm. Also, I'm dodging way too early. Oh, hello. Okay. Are you joking? They put these things here? That was a pretty junky looking animation. Maybe I can get the one on his chest now? No? Oh, he's got some on his feetsies. I did not notice. Alright, let's go up this way. Okay, so I probably did that too early. Probably don't need to come up here. No. Okay, so that was probably supposed to be a way to stun him so I could get up on the left, or on his left if I hadn't already done it already. Oh, here we go. He's giving me the foot. No, never mind. Okay, if he's stunned, and I go down towards his feet somewhere. I can't go back this way. It's nice of them to put like a fucking save statue here. Yeah, if anyone knows what this game wants from me, feel free to just slap it in chat. Attack him once he's stunned him. Alright. Okay, he falls on his ass. Now I gotta get to the feet somewhere. Last time I went left, let's try going right. Yeah, here we go. Sir, I'm busy. I actually do not have time for you right now. Alright, let's go around. The camera here is really good, by the way. There we go. Couldn't tell if he was slowly turning towards my platform or something. Okay. Yeah, he kinda is. This is an amazing camera. Are you... Did you guys see that? Oh, now he has the health bar. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll use double trigger in a hot sec. Okay, so that attack, that kick breaks platforms. Are you up here? Hey, I found you. Yeah, this boss is exciting. I have no idea if I die, if the whole thing will be restarted or what. Part of me feels like if I remember hating this boss so much, it might restart the entire thing on death. Is there like anything I can do to make this go faster? The game does have yellow orbs. I do not remember if I have any. Real impact with Gilgamesh. I definitely know what that move is offhand. I use Gilgamesh a lot here on this stream. People who are familiar with my content will recognize how often I use Ifrit-style weapons. I'm curious, do I have any vital stars? Because, you know what? Here we go. I feel like every game there's at least one boss where I just go, oh, fuck it, use items. Throw that sword. I can't throw this sword. Let me take a look. Hold on. I don't remember if I got a round trip. Yeah, I do. How do I do it? Yeah, okay. I feel like I probably could have done more damage if I just attacked him. Here we go. Look at it go. No, I didn't really use Ifrit in Devil May Cry 1 either. Not because I don't think they're cool, just because like I'm really bad with the delay all of the attacks have. God damn it. Nope. gonna Devil May Cry 2 this boss.
If the exterior is solid,
The interior has juicy nougat.
then you gotta take it out from the inside. Time to wake up, kid. You're missing out on all the fun. No!
That was a weird line read.
It's up to you from here, kid. An opportunity to save the world doesn't happen every day, you know. Savor it.
I'm too lazy to do it myself.
This I will savor. Let's clean up this mess.
So, in about 30 seconds, we're about to hit the point where I quit playing this game. The one time I tried to play this game previously. Which I realized is like at the end of the game, but I just had enough. So, after you go through all that horrible boss fight as Dante, you get
Do what you gotta do, kid.
possibly the worst reintroduction to Nero.
One-way trip to hell. Don't worry. I'm gonna get this done. Good luck, kid.
So when I got to this point, I didn't know the trick to the dice game. Oh, I got a lot of souls to spend. Hold on. Now I do know the trick, so it shouldn't be that bad, but like imagine me in the year 2013, 2014. I suffered through that awful savior fight, and then I get up here and I don't know the trick to the dice game. I just quit the game. I was just like, I don't want to do the dice game. This sucks. Finally buy the air hike for Nero. Might as well buy that. Might as well buy this. Oh no, wait, that's not what I want. Oh, roulette spin is what I was thinking of. I already have it. I'm never going to do the back forward stuff. I'm not smart enough to remember I have that. Just buy one of these. Sure. Oh, keep trying to like exit the menu. Yeah, I don't know why they felt like the need to pad out the game further. Well, I'm gonna have to relearn how to play as Nero. I just realized. Fuck. That's true. Just charge shot 3. That's the trick. So yeah, like I got here and I was like, oh, it's the dice game again. But now it's like 50 times longer. No thanks. And I stopped playing the game. I never came back to it. So we're finally gonna blitz past the part where I stopped playing this game. I'm gonna beat Devil May Cry for the first time. For the first time. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 comes after 1. This is verifying yet. Ugh. I think I made a mistake buying this extra combo for Nero. Because I got too used to being able to get away with delaying an attack. To, try to get my, oh, Jesus. I'm so fucking bad at Nero. Imagine I had a choice of which guy I wanted to play as. Oh, man. It's almost comical how much I don't mesh with Nero. That was a pretty good finisher. As I was saying, man, I'm really bad at Nero. I remembered, oh wait, I have like a whole extra button that I haven't been using. Buster. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should be able to get it with a 6. Which comes after 2. What? Are you for real? I have to refight bosses? Are you joking? I fought this boss twice already. Yeah, it's just like... It's weird to put a boss rush here, because it's like a boss rush in the middle of a dice game, where if you don't know the trick, you're going to be fighting a bunch of enemies in between. And like, I just got done playing a bunch of Dante. I'm not good at Nero in the first place. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cannot make it with 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get me on a blue. 5 comes after 3. Oh, gold warps you to the end? I was not aware of that. Oh well. Fine, I get to collect more orbs. 1, 2. Comes after 4. The only things I knew were red is bad, and blue gives you stuff. That is an incredibly rude way to open this fight. Oh, come on. That was my bad. TBH. Oh yeah, I can just bust out. Yeah, boy loves to chomp. Real chompy boy. Oh boy. Alright, let's try to land on a gold one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope you ain't fucking with me. No. Thank you for not fucking with me. And it's not even like in an interesting arena or anything. It's literally just refight the bosses in this. Oh, I guess it was like that in Devil May Cry 3 as well, so I can't really fault it. I don't remember her doing this in this, doing these moves in my old fight with her. But also, she didn't live for very long in my first fight with her. What? Girl? Excuse me, miss. Are you quite alright? Did I seriously break her to the point where she is now invincible? This is so shitty. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh my god. Well, I guess I just have to let her kill me. Because if I restart the level, I'm going to have to start all the way back from the beginning. If I die to her, maybe I just start right back at her. Oh god, yeah, whatever. Just let her kill me. This is... DMC4 had enough of me complaining. That's... No, 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 no. Do not revive there. Yeah, okay, we're just back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Devil May Cry 4 is gonna have, like, the last word. It's not letting me out without a fight. Rude. Also rude. Okay, I'm gonna not grab her this time. There we go. I got worried for a second because the music stopped and she was still flying around. I'm like, oh god, did it happen again? Cursed save, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Hey, this isn't Nero's refight, this is Dante's. Ah! Not. Oh, that didn't interrupt him. Oh no. What am I gonna do now? Okay, thank you for dying and not becoming invincible for some reason. Charge shot 3. I mean, that's how you play as Nero. Just do the charge shot. Easy peasy. Alright, I've never been here. I have no idea what's gonna happen. It's finally the true blind playthrough that I promised.
Talk about shaking things up in here. Hey, kid! You should see what I'm going through. Guess we're in the same boat then.
Nice. A rank. I'll take it. Bonus points for making the boss invincible somehow. This is it. This is the final chapter, isn't it? I was literally one chapter away from beating the game all those years ago. I knew I was near the end, I just didn't give a shit. Oh, there's a move you find useful against the boss. Maybe I should pick it up. Let's find out. Oh no, back to 4th caliber. I'll pick it up. I cannot promise I'm gonna remember to use it. Alright, we're good. Save all these items for when I get fed up with this boss. Last place, so many people in the Devil May Cry series have cried. It literally comes up every game. If this game doesn't end with Devils Never Cry, I'm gonna be more disappointed in this game.
You lying about all this and trying to kill me. But what really pissed me off was using Kyrie. What is that? Love.
I don't know. This guy seems pretty holy to me.
Look it up.
Gross veins, devil horns. That's the mark of an angel. Evil red aura.
Come on, kid, it's time to finish this. Wrapping things up on my end.
Is that just Dante's job now? Hype man out in the background like, yeah, Nero, you can do it. Amp it up. You got this, boy. They really should have Dante during like this whole fight just cheering you on in the background, slightly muffled. Really? This again? Except this time he likes to shoot me a lot more. Interesting. There we go. That was a little excessive. I'll take it though. That wasn't a fully charged shot. I goofed it. So I'm not reading chat much, I'm just focused on beating this boss. Ow. I'm trying to bust out this back forth move. Not very good at it. Boy, this old man's got some fucking moves. I bet I could bust or grab this boy if I was really risky. This should do it, I think. Yeah. Why did Trish give this old guy Sparta? Hold on a second. You've cracked the story wide open. What the fuck is going on here?
A human. That is what you lack. This time I will save you. Just hold on.
Don't move.
Surely there won't be a second form. Devil May Cry never does that. Remember that time Nero stabbed an old man in the stomach?
Sorry I took so long.
Oh really? No phase 2? That's it? This is the end of the game? Nice. A little disappointed that the final boss is kind of just a boss I already fought before, but with slightly different moves. Oh. Oh, no. Chat is... Go ahead. Hold on. No, you might have gotten played. Ooh.
It's over.
Time to fight Save Your Face, too. I like that analogy. If you guys could like compare everything to GDQ, that'd be fantastic.
What? You looking for an apology?
Well, how long am I gonna have to wait for it?
Hey, he's got a beard now. What? Did Savior always have a beard?
This is where it started.
It couldn't have.
This is where it'll land. On my hand.
The Pope turned into a statue.
Go finish it, kid.
Wait for me.
She gonna have any lines? No. No, like, thank you. No, please be safe. I couldn't get her back in the booth for a day.
I always hated that you made my arm like this. Now with it, I can destroy this thing. Who would have thought?
Alright, so my comedy answer of Save Your Face 2. I wasn't too far off, I suppose. Uh-huh. This also sucks ass, by the way. Yeah, you got it. I hope I'm not missing too much at the moment. Oh, do I need to bust through the other hand as well? I feel like there's a puzzle I have not yet, quite yet solved. There we go. You scream.
Now I know.
This hand was made for sending guys like you back to hell. And now, you die!
I do like that its face is just ripped off. It's so lame. Little arm pump. Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I'm Nero, guys.
I guess I should thank you.
But that'd be out of character. Maybe you should just throw an insult my way instead.
Yeah, that sounds better. Still, I owe you.
Ah, don't sweat it. I had my reasons for helping. Take care of yourself.
Wait. You forgot this.
Keep it.
What? I thought this meant a lot to you.
Nah, my brother was an asshole.
want to entrust it to you, so I am. What you do from here is your call.
Hey, Dante. Will we meet again?
So, is this the end?
Maybe. Maybe.
She does have lines. Look at that.
City's a wreck.
Yeah.
I am still alive, right?
Yeah. We both are. Kitty A. If I'm a demon and not a human anymore,
He's gonna cry,
is this what you want?
and she's gonna say devils never cry. It has to happen.
You're you, and it's you I want to be with. I don't know anyone who is as human as you are.
Wow, he's so cool, guys. Also, devils
Looks like they're
didn't never cry. I'm actually very disappointed in that.
Guess that kiss is gonna have to wait.
It's all right. I'll wait.
Thanks.
I mean, I guess this was kind of their attempt at, like, passing the game off to a new protagonist. They wanted to, like, kind of, you know, move beyond Devils Never Cry. But, I mean, come on. Come on. Done it, like, 40 times already. And we get to hear this song one last time. Well, that's Devil May Cry 4. I don't know. Y'all could probably already tell I'm not the biggest fan of this game. Like, I don't know. Quality-wise, it's good core gameplay. They gave Dante the style switcher. That's super fun. They came up with new shit for Nero, you know. Got a rev sword. Got a buster. That's cool. But I don't know. I don't think the story is interesting. I don't really like the characters, except for Dante. The environments are kind of boring. There's a lot of backtracking. A lot of asset reuse. I don't know. It's better than 2. I don't know. What can I say? So if I had to rank them, I would, like, 3 is the best. I don't know why, like, there's still more credits. I don't know why this just ended. But 3 is the best. 1, I really like. Even though it's, like, it's got a lot of bad parts to it, I really like 1. It's because of how janky it is. And then I would put 4, just because, like, it's fine gameplay-wise, but it's got so many things about it that just I don't mesh with, and I don't like. And then 2 is just absolute trash. Unsurprisingly, 2 is at the bottom of the list. Yeah, so what is this? These lyrics always in this song? Like, if I was in combat long enough, would this eventually tune in? I just hear this guy trying to talk sexy to Nero. Hey, you fighting real good. You getting that S rank, boy. Aw, yeah, like how you grab those enemies.
We'll stand and fight together.
Oh, I can walk. No, I can't move. I can't move. I have no control. Sorry, boys. I can't. What is this song? Like, I can't move at all. I can move the camera. That's all you guys get. I'm sorry. Woohoo! I can zoom it in. Is the game broken again? Maybe. There we go. It's going on its own. I can't take this song. This is buck wild. So like there's a song, so once this song tunes out, I'm gonna talk a little bit sort of about the song. Okay, so there's another Capcom game where the ending credits song is so insanely ridiculous. It kind of reminds me of that. This song reminds me of that. Resident Evil 6. When you finish Jake's campaign, it ends with just like the cheesiest romance song. Oh shit, more cutscene. Anyway, that song reminds me of that. Except in Resident Evil 6, it's way more ridiculous just because the tone of that ending does not match literally anything that came before it.
Now I can finally do my job in peace.
If it was a lifesaver gig, then don't you think we deserve a little more? You call this sincerity?
More? Was it not your fault that things escalated to the level that they did? Bringing Sparta into the
Oh
spotlight?
shit, they call her out. What?
Hey, I was just getting to the good part.
Hold on.
This is your case too, Dante.
Was this magazine just called Two Handguns?
We take what we can get, right?
Hell yeah, two handgun.
Then it's settled.
Devil May Cry. It's a customer with the password. They're nearby. What should we do?
You need to ask?
Can I come along?
Do what you want. But don't expect to get paid.
There's something so exciting about all this. You think so, right?
I won't lie.
Okay. Are you ready? Then come on, babes! Let's rock!
Every time he leaves his office, he kicks down the door, they all pose, and then the building explodes. And that's why they're so fucking poor, because I gotta rebuild the place every time. Oh hey, it's how I feel about the game. Ass. It's a bit harsh, but I mean, come on. But yeah, Lady's design in this game, shameful. Trish's design, I mean, fine. It's like her base design, and then the jiggle physics are just fucking ridiculous. Dante is extremely cool. Honestly, over the course of the past 4 games, If you ignore 2, legitimately, I think Dante might be one of my favorite video game characters. He's so cool. He's so lame. But he's so cool. Especially 3. God, 3 was such a good game. Anyway, so what I'm probably gonna do... is put to a vote what I do next, because I think Devil May Cry 5 comes out early 2019, so like maybe March-ish. I forget if it has an exact date or not. So I got a bit of time to kill between now and then, so I'm probably going to put to a vote on Twitter, not necessarily tonight, but sometime within the next week, what kind of playthrough I should do in the interim. I only plan to do one, because I don't know how long it will take me. I don't know when the game is going to come out. Currently, the options I'm floating are play through Devil May Cry 3 on a harder playthrough than I initially played through. Play through Devil May Cry 4 as Lady, because Lady primarily gun-based, and that sounds like it'd be kind of fun. Or, comedy option, we play through DMC Devil May Cry. I'm not playing as Lucia. I'm never touching Devil May Cry 2 again. So, those are the 3 options I'm floating right now. And we'll see when that vote gets up. I haven't decided when I'm going to put it up. Let's see if there's anything beyond these credits. Guess you aren't some casual gamer. Oh, thank you, Capcom. Capcom, thank you. Hold on, we gotta check out the history of DMC. And the new costumes. Real quick, before we close out. And then the library. Here we go. Oh, is it just a plot recap? Yeah, it's... Hold on. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's refresh our memory of the journey we took to get here. I have no control over this, because I pressed A last time to try to advance this, and it just canceled the whole thing out. Remember Mundus? How it becomes an awful shooter. And then the first encounter with like a boss that's way too big and sucks to fight. Oh man, it's gonna recap the whole story of 1. It's not just gonna give like a brief glimpse, it's gonna very slowly crawl through everything he did. Oh my god. I like that render of Dante's face. It's real bad. Okay, you know what? As soon as it hits Devil May Cry 2, I'm just gonna cancel out of this because this is moving at a glacial pace. And it's not as funny as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, it's just character profiles now. At least it confirms that Nello Angelo is Virgil. Yeah, okay, goodbye. Let's look at some various CG character images. Look at some Nero. Yep. There he is. That boy. Okay. Prototype Nero. Blue Nero. Alright, bored of that. See some bonus images. Wait, are you okay, look at this. Here's the whole gallery. Game clear bonus art. 1 out of 1. One image. Here's the zoomed in version. Doesn't show the whole thing. I can't scroll over it. I can't view any more of this image. This is all I can zoom in on Nero and Dante, and that's it. Oh boy. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of indicative of this game as a whole. Very unfinished ideas. Anyway, I think that's it for this stream. I will catch you all next week with whatever it is you guys decide I should do. I'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in for the ending of Devil May Cry 4.